Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Nicholas Richardson and this is the news. There is no new information about the President of the Supreme Audit Office, Marian Banaś. Banaś has not resigned, although, according to the Dziennik Gazeta Prawna newspaper, he wanted to do so last Friday, but the Marshal of the Sejm, Elżbieta Witek, did not accept his resignation.
Today, together with the Minister Siemoniak, we're going to talk to the Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki to make public the full calendar of the scandals of Marian Banaś. We expect concrete answers to our questions. For instance, for how long has the Central Anti-Corruption Bureau been conducting the investigation regarding Marian Banaś scandals?
We don't want Poland to be the country where all different matters are taken care of in ministers' or prime ministers' offices. We think that these kinds of matters should be taken care of transparently, so that the public can be familiar with all the charges and we as a society can say that everything has been done to resolve this matter in accordance with law and the Constitution.
It is not good that a person who has an opinion like that has the position as the President of the Supreme Audit Office. On the other hand, the charges are not connected to his current position. Apparently, the President of the Supreme Audit Office does not want to resign, and that is his tactic. I think is going to be consistent.
Today, the Dziennik Gazeta Prawna newspaper reported that Marian Banaś wanted to resign on Friday. According to the authors, the Marshal of the Sejm, Elżbieta Witek, didn't accept his resignation. The same Information Center denied this information, saying that there was no resignation letter from the President of the Supreme Audit Office.
According to Stanisław Zazin, the spokesman for the Minister coordinating special services, the report of the Central Anti-Corruption Bureau concerning the property declarations of Marian Banaś may only be made public by the prosecutor.
The Central Anti-Corruption Bureau conducted a control investigation regarding the property declarations of Mr. Marian Banaś, which resulted in the Bureau filing a motion to prosecute to the state prosecutor. The matter is now in the prosecutor's hands and the Bureau's role has ended. In my opinion, the Bureau handled the case very efficiently given the type of the investigation, and it has brought concrete results. On Friday, November 29th, we filed the motion to prosecute with the control report of the property declarations attached, and we're now awaiting the decision of the state prosecutor.
Today in Madrid, the United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP25, began. The previous conference was hosted by the city of Katowice in Poland. Michał Kotyka, the president of that conference, handed over the presidency to Chile. Current unrest in Chile caused the conference to be transferred to Madrid, where, today, Poland was represented at the conference by the Prime Minister, Mateusz Morawiecki.
It gives me great pleasure to declare open this 25th session of the Conference of the Parties to the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. I declare Ms. Karolina Schmidt elected President of the 25th session of the Conference of the Parties.
We need a rapid and deep change in the way we do business, how we generate power, how we build cities, how we move, and how we feed the world. If we don't urgently change our way of life, we jeopardize life itself.
It is clear to everyone that Poland has its goals to achieve, that the cost of transformation must be distributed fairly, and our demands must be met so that we can talk about further reduction goals when it comes to CO2 emissions. We have our peculiar and very difficult situation, characteristic only for Poland due to our dependence on coal, and this starting point must be taken into account. Teenage activist Greta Thunberg, a symbol of the fight against climate change, will also come to Spain. The young Swedish woman have travelled to Spain by catamaran, as reported on Twitter, should arrive on Tuesday, December 3rd. The Madrid summit will last until December 13th.
Yesterday was the first Sunday of Advent, and Christian congregations across the world are now preparing for Christmas. During Sunday Mass in the Vatican, Pope Francis took the opportunity to warn of the threats associated with excessive consumerism, which is often all too apparent at Christmas time.
Pope Francis urged people to resist the excesses of consumerism in the period leading up to Christmas, calling it a virus that attacks faith and offends the needy.
Cari fratelli e sorelle,
Dear brothers and sisters, consumerism is a virus that affects the faith at its roots, because it makes you believe that life depends only on what you have.
The warning was delivered in a homily at the Mass for the Congolese community, during which the Pope echoed the concerns of other clerics, worried that materialism is starting to dominate the spiritual holiday.
When you live for things, things are never enough. Greed grows and other people become obstacles in a race, and so one ends up feeling threatened and always dissatisfied and angry. The level of hatred rises.
Pope Francis spoke between the two biggest shopping days of the year in rich countries such as the United States, Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Online sales in the United States reached $7.4 billion on Friday, up nearly 20% from last year.
That's the news. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for the weather, Poland Daily Business and more programmes. But from me, it's have a good night and a better tomorrow.